Hello there my friends, and welcome back to the Scott Ree Project. And today it's all about the burgers, baby. Now you may or may not have seen that fantastic crown roast of venison I did. Well, obviously the rest of the deer I had in my fridge, so we are going to be making the ultimate venison burger. Now, as you can see in front of me, 3 bowls. It's 3 different burgers. The one, just a plain venison burger. The second, a venison and bacon. You know, life's better with bacon, we all know that. And third, which I think is going to be the kicker, is venison and horseradish. Now, the cuts of meat I've chosen, believe it or not, in a burger you get out what you put in. So I'm going to be using a fantastic haunch of that muntjac. You know, you might as well have good quality meat in your burger. I've got a bit of backstrap, same with that one, and then some lovely diced haunch for that one. Now you'll notice in the bowl there's a mixture of venison and pork fat. Now we all know it's a very lean meat, it can be dry. So what I do, for every 700 grams of venison I put 300 grams of fatty pork. This is bits off the belly and the shoulder, but you know, you want the fatty bits. You know, when you bite into those burgers, that it drips down your chin, that lovely unctuous fatty. I know it doesn't sound too attractive, but without them it's just going to be dry. And the next thing I'm going to show you is the mincing. Now I know this sounds mad, but we've got our fine plate and our coarse. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mince these up. I'm going to put about 2/3 through on a fine plate. We always make burgers on a fine plate, they stick together better. And then the other third on the coarse plate, which will give it texture. Now don't worry if you haven't got these, you know, it will work if you just want to use your fine or your coarse, but I'm just me, you know, I like to experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the mincer, then cut these all up into pieces like that, get 2/3 of each mix through on my fine and 1/3 on the coarse, and then we'll get the ingredients going. I'll see you in a moment. What I'm going to do, choose my fine plate, get it on the mincer, get it on the worm, put it on the mincer head, simple as, tray on, and then, like I said, 1/3 will be on the coarse plate, 2/3 on the fine. So I don't think you need to watch me do this. See you in a moment. So as you can see then, there's my 3 meats ground. Like I said, I did 2/3 on a fine plate, 1/3 on a coarse, but if you haven't got fine or coarse, doesn't matter, just send it through your mincer, they'll turn out brilliant. So my 700 grams of venison, my 300 of pork fat, that is the base of our burger. Now it's time to build these beauties, and you can really do what you want with this. Now whatever you've got in the cupboard, you know, herbs, spices, ketchups, hot sauces, but I'm going to show you the 3 I like. First thing I want to add is a binding agent. I mean, old school ways would be an egg, but in the butchery trade we always add our rusk, or you could use breadcrumbs. It's about 5% of the mix. So we got 3 kilos here, so there's 150 grams, roughly about 6 ounces of that yeastless rusk, what we use for sausage making. So I'm going to top that up with the same amount of ice cold water, and then put 1/3 into each one, and then we'll have our basic mix to play with. And obviously what this will do, rusk can take 2 times its weight in liquid, so when all that lovely fat renders out, it won't all get wasted in the pan, it will stay in the burger, and that's how you get your fantastic juicy burger. So we just let that plump up a bit, and I'm going to go and get all my other ingredients sorted. Right, just split that into 3 roughly. 1, 2 and 3. A bit more than that. Now, I'm just going to give these a little mix with my hands just to start bringing it together. Then we're going to add our salt and our pepper, which is our basic burger. And for every 100 grams of meat, you want 2 grams of salt. So obviously this is a kilo, so I'm going to add 20 grams of salt. And then for every kilo, I'm going to add 5 grams of pepper. And I've got it already prepared. I shall show you in the little bowl. Salt at the bottom, pepper. Just get it in there. Give it a mix. We will be sending this back through the machine just to incorporate all the ingredients and flavours, but obviously I've got some things to add to these two beauties. But it starts to smell already absolutely amazing. That's my basic venison burger. Venison, pork fat, salt and pepper. That's your basic. It doesn't get more simple than that. So what I'm going to do with that, I'm going to send it through the mincer, incorporate all those ingredients, and that gives us our basic venison burger. And what we'll do is we'll cook one of these up at the end and we'll see how they taste. I'll just send that through. See you in a minute. So I've just sent that through the mincer then. Look how good that looks. Oh man. I'm going to put that on chill and we'll get and build these two. Burger number 2 with bacon. I'm going to add some coriander, some parsley and some cumin. First of all, get this lovely smoked streaky through the mincer into my mix. We'll add it all together, send it through again like we did with the first one. But first, let me mince that beautiful bacon. So, our bacon's minced on the top there, as you can see. I'm going to add a handful chopped parsley, and a handful of my favourite herb, coriander. I love it. Then, just a dash, let's use my hands, I suppose, lovely, just a little pinch of cumin. Let's put a little bit more in. And it's a case of getting your hands in and giving this a mix up. And obviously you can see if you need to add any more of your herbs. See if it's all evenly distributed. We can tell by putting that through the mincer one more time. There's lovely green flecks against that red. Let's have a smell of that. Oh dear me, that's amazing. Oh dear me, dear me. See what I did there? As the comic genius. Right, I should put that through the mincer and put it on chill, and we'll get on with the bad boy I'm waiting for. Good old horseradish. It's starting to smell really good in here now. Just have a look at that mix. See those flecks of the herbs in there, and I'll tell you what, smell that. Right, get that on chill and we'll get on with this. And then there was one. This is what I'm putting my money on. Horseradish, mustard, ketchup, venison. This is a winner. Now what I've got here is a couple of sweated down onions which have been chopped finely, just gently ticking over for about 20, 30 minutes. Don't get no colour on if you can help it. I've got a bit on there, but hey ho. I forgot to put some of these in mix number 2, so I shall save them for that one. In my haste, forgive me. But into this one then, a couple of tablespoons of ketchup. This is Heinz. There is only one kind, I'm afraid. Let's get that in there. You know, it wouldn't be the Scott Ree project without a bit of Coleman's, so we'll put, I don't know what, tablespoon in. I mean, it's up to you guys exactly the ratios you want to put in. This is just a guideline. And then horseradish, 2 of them. So there's some pretty pokey flavours there, as you can imagine, but it's all good, baby. And I'm gonna just put a bit of parsley in, and a bit of dried sage. I don't know, about a teaspoon. And then, again, get your hands in. They're my onions for burger 2, but let's just get in there. Oh yeah. This is going to be epic. I just know it. See if I can keep it in the bowl. Because that, as you can imagine, smell it, is awesome. So I'll get that mixed and get that through the mincer as per the other two. Then we'll get pressing these bad boys out. Oh yeah, look at that mustard. If that wasn't raw, I'd lick them fingers. So there they are then, my 3 venison burger mixes. So we've got our plain venison with just salt and pepper, the pork fat and the rusk. We've got our venison with our pork fat, our rusk, our bacon, our coriander, our parsley and our cumin. Whew. And I forgot to put the onions in. Luckily I can put them in now. We'll mix them in. And then the venison burger of all venison burgers is our venison, our pork fat, our rusk, our salt, our pepper, our ketchup, our horseradish, our mustard, our parsley and our sage. Now what we're going to do is just give them a quick mix, because I'm going to press these out in the machine and then we're going to cook one of each, and I am damn hungry. So I'll mix them up, I'll weigh them out. These are going to be 1/4 pounders, 4 ounces, and I'll just show you what I use to press them. I use a professional burger press, a butcher's one. They are quite expensive, but it's the kind of thing you buy once and it will last you a lifetime. I know they do some good ones at the cookery store and online. You know, they're good, don't get me wrong. You know, you get them for about £7. I mean, mine was 35, but it is what they use in butcher's shop, and like I said, you'd be handing it down to your kids. Trust me, it will last forever. Right, give them a good mix. I'll go and get my press. Okay my friends, time to weigh these out. Now you can obviously get your hands in the bowl, make a ball, weigh them. I do want them 1/4 pound, obviously you'll get even burgers that way. But what I'm going to use, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to call what the food industry would like to call a food portioner. I call it a ice cream scoop. So, simple as, you get uniform burgers every time. I don't need to show you how it works. Put it on, there you go, 1/4 pound. So I'm going to rock through these. It's that simple. Yeah, baby. And then we'll press them out. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Wow, look at these beauties all lined up, ready to go. Man, I could have done with the hand of one of you guys. I'll ring you up next time. Who wants to help me? Anyways, let's press these beauties out. And what I'm using, excuse me, is a proper butcher's burger press. Like I said, 35, 40 quid, but will last you a lifetime. You can unscrew the top there. It's fully washable. Fantastic bit of kit. Got 4-inch burger discs. Couldn't be easier. Put a blob on. That's a technical butcher's term, a blob on. Put one on top. And obviously if you make them by hand, you know, it can be a bit of a ball ache. Like that. Press it down a few times. And there you have your 1/4 pounder. Right, I'm going to rock through these. Hands up who wants to give me a hand. See you in a minute. Okay then, all done, all pressed. And there is the finished article. Don't they look great? Hey, I've got to try some of these out. Fantastic. So if you like what you've seen here today on the Scott Ree Project, oh, hang on a minute. Sorry? I said I was going to cook some. You sure? Okay, scratch that. Let's get in the kitchen and try a few of these bad boys out. Let's get the pan on. Okay then, it's just starting to rain outside. Can't do anything about the weather. But hey, let's have a burger. Now, I'm going to use a griddle pan. I want to get it really hot. What I like to do, just a little brush of oil. And you can see our 3 burgers. That's our plain one, that's our bacon, and that's our horseradish. As you can see, they all come out uniform, fantastic. Just peel the backing off, get it in the pan. There's our bacon. And the one I'm really looking forward to, that monstrous mustardy horseradish one. And keep it simple, serve it with some lettuce and tomato and the burger bun, the brioche burger bun. Absolutely fantastic, which I will warm in that pan on the front. Thing is with burgers, you know, don't be tempted to turn them, you just got to leave them alone. And I know it's hard, just let the pan do the work. And we'll check on those in a moment. Right, I think it's time to flip these. It's been 3 minutes. Look at them beauties. So what I'm going to do then, got a low heat in that pan. Just going to toast with a lovely brioche bun. If I can get them all in. Can I get them all in? You better believe it. So if you look in that pan then, when you think of that ratio of fat we put in that lean, there's not a lot rendered out. And that's a good sign, because all that rusk is held on to that lovely juice, which will make it a fantastic juicy burger. Right, a few more minutes I think. I'm going to get these built. In the meantime, slice a little bit of tomato. Just talk amongst yourselves. Right, my burgers are done. Just going to turn the heat off, let them relax. How good do they look? And obviously the brown bits, don't panic, it's just where the mustard, the ketchup is just catched. No, it's all flavour, nothing to worry about. My buns, baby, my buns. What you reckon? Give it a little bit of mayo. We'll dress them all the same. It's just remembering which is which now. Gotta be Hellmann's mayonnaise. Look at that. Give it a bit of lettuce. This one's for the vegetarians. Don't say I don't treat you. Right, there's your vegan dinner. Now, excuse me, that is the normal venison burger. That is a horseradish. You can see the juice. Look at that. And that is the bacon. Let's put a bit of tomato on. Look at those. Then the lids. Time for a taste test. Don't they look good? Who needs the king, the clown, or the colonel when you got TheScottReaProject burgers? Right, proof is in the pudding. This is the plain venison one. Oh man, it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Oh, look at the juice. Dear me. 1 down, 2 to go. Let's try this bacon bad boy. Again, look at the juice. You get that? All that juice staying in the burger. Right, here we go, down the hatch. Jesus man, that is good. Back in a minute. That cheeky little number's going to take some beating. But this is what I've been banking on. Let's have a go. Look at the burger again. If I can just look at all that lovely juice. Oh, here we go. What can I tell you? It's just the best. Seriously, seriously. They are off the hook. Off the hook. If I had to pick my favourite, would be the venison and horseradish. I mean, they're all brilliant, but that just knocks spots off everything else. Right, gotta go and share these out a minute. Wow, what can I say about that? That is absolutely awesome. I really hope you enjoyed that episode of the Scott Reed Project. I mean, 3 stunning burgers. And remember guys, like it, share it, and most of all, look down there, subscribe. If you look up there, find me on Twitter at The Scott Reed Project. And just before I go, I am actually filming with a new camera. And I just want to say a big thank you to you guys out there through fan funding. That's enabled me to buy this. There's still some more kit I need to buy. So if you're feeling generous, you know, give $1. But the guys out there, I will get back to you personally. I know who you are, and thank you for doing this. I couldn't have bought this camera without your help. So until next time folks, see you again. I suppose I've got to have one more of these. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. All the best.